where I was growing, like Lagos town, and raised by my grandmother, which of course she wasn't that kind of strong person who can say sleep, get up, do this. So I grew up in the streets.
So the prophet Clifford that God is using as a voice in our generation was once a thief.
More than a thief.
Wow.
I've smoked cigarettes, I've smoked weed, because I have uncles who were selling it.
Wow.
So you can imagine, and I have one guy friend called Latido. He's late now. He was working at Lucky Bazaar. He taught me how to smoke weed.
Wow. So how was it like? Where was your parents? Did you have a relation apart from your grandmother?
Wow. Seriously, I got to know my mom when I was like 12, 13 years. That I knew that this woman is my mother. Then every Sunday morning, I wasn't born again. Anytime Archbishop Nankaros is preaching on Sunday morning, this woman would come and call me from my grandmother's room that I should come and watch this man because I look like him. I wasn't born again, so consistently against my will, every Sunday I had to go and watch Archbishop Nankaros.
Were you able to go to school?
Wow. That is one of the things I keep posting. People don't believe it. I had the opportunity to only enter class 1, class 2, and class 3.
Wow.
Before my first even got to know that there was an issue, I brought in Anne. So I brought in Anne just to make sure that this one will not become my wife.
Good evening, viewers. You are welcome to the second episode of Message of Hope, where your life becomes brighter, better, and bigger. This evening, we are very much privileged to have in our midst one of Western region's renowned prophet of God. I normally call him the Pope, prophetic Pope. But we are blessed and we are very much privileged to have the senior pastor of Ark of West Chapel, Prophet Clifford Kojo Hamsford. Man of God, you are welcome to this show. How is everything? Thank God for having you.
It's a privilege to have you here as well, man of God.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So, this is Message of Hope, like I said before. We would want to know some few things about Prophet Kojo Hamsford that people don't know. We want to know the story behind the glory.
Wow, that is powerful.
Yes.
That is powerful. Anyway, if I will answer, Kojo Clifford is a boy born in number 1, that is Takrady, and grew up in Lagos town, known as Jiwonu.
Jiwonu?
Yeah.
So Prophet Clifford Kojo Hamsford is an Ewe.
Ewe.
Wow.
Yeah, Jiwonu, raised by my grandmother,
Wow.
late now,
Okay.
very unfortunate. Yeah, so that is Kojo Clifford for you. Born in number 1, that is Takrady, grew up in Lagos town, raised by my grandmother, and known as Jiwonu, now Prophet Clifford.
Jiwonu,
Yeah.
now Prophet Clifford.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
If it had not been today, I believe most of the viewers never knew Prophet Clifford is an Ewe, and then he has a hidden name called Jiwonu.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful name. We would want you to use that name for us.
Wow.
Please, we would want to know what kind of childhood did you get whilst growing up?
If I would say, looking at where I was growing, like Lagos town, and raised by my grandmother, which of course she wasn't that kind of strong person who can say sleep, get up, do this. So I grew up in the streets. So if I would say, it was very rough when I was growing, very, very rough, because growing up in a ghetto, you will understand the kind of things you know, the kind of things you see, the people you come across them. There are things that I knew them because I grew up in the streets. It wasn't a struggle knowing certain things.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't a struggle at all.
So as you've made us know that you grew up in a street, and then we want to know, you used a word like rough. Your growing up was rough, where rough means.
If I say rough, like doing everything any naughty boy would do at that time, talking about stealing. If I pass your kitchen, something will just missing. Oh. If I just cross something, will just something. If I just cross something.
So the prophet Clifford that God is using as a voice in our generation was once a thief.
More than a thief.
Wow.
It's very unfortunate that people don't know that story, but
that was the essence of
the thing. That was the thing. Sure. People's coconuts. Sometimes in the night, like say 1 o'clock, I'll be planting coconuts. Wow. In the middle of the night. Wow. Saturday night, because I want to sell it in Sunday morning to a church nearby my house called Rima Chapel.
Rima Chapel.
Yeah.
You wouldn't attend the church.
No.
After
closing, you come and buy the coconuts.
To coconuts.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Okay. So you grew up on the street.
Yeah.
So that probably means you have stolen before, like you have said.
Of course.
You have smoked before.
Of course, I've smoked cigarettes. I've smoked weed.
Wow.
Because I have uncles who were selling it.
Wow.
So you can imagine, and I have one guy friend called Latido. He's late now. He was working at Lucky Bazaar. He taught me how to smoke weed.
Wow.
And fortunately for him, he got mad before he died by smoking the weed. And this year I am.
We bless God.
We thank God for grace.
Yes, that is who.
Thank God for grace.
Yes, we thank God for grace. Wow. So, Prophet Clifford, you said you grew up with your grandmother.
Yeah.
And we are very sorry for your loss. She's late.
She's late now. Yeah.
So how was it like? Where was your parents? Did you have relation apart from your grandmother?
Wow. Seriously, I got to know my mom when I was like 12, 13 years. That I knew that this woman is my mother. Oh. All that I know was my grandmother.
So your grandmother was your all.
She was everything that I am.
So how did she pass away? Did she fell ill? Did she get sick?
It was when I became born again, and I think 19, I was in Kumasi then with a friend of mine, trying to start a church there in Ibuakwa to be precise. And I had a dream that someone was putting my grandmom in a coffin. Personally, I'm not a dreamer. So anytime I dream, I take it serious. So when I saw that, I told my friend, listen, I want to go back to Tanzania. Something could have happened to my grandmother. Because when I was leaving, she was okay. So fortunately, when I came, I heard that they have taken my grandma to our hometown by my aunties. And life wasn't like today that I can say, okay, I want to go there. From Accra, from Tanzania to Accra, even the TNT is going to be a problem. Wow. So, and then I don't think I was even using the phone. So I think this phone booth stuff. Yeah, I called my auntie, said, "Nan tampo until then you call." And my grandmother told me that if we take her to her hometown, she would die. Oh. So I told them that, listen, my mom go because when you know and they said, "Oh yeah, Flopper, what do you know? They took my grandma to her hometown on Wednesday. She died on Thursday morning.
Wow. So even in your childhood days where you were not, if not giving your life to Jesus, that prophetic gift was.
At that time, I was born again. I was born again, but I wasn't into any kind of prophetic something. I was just a normal born again who I become born again, go to park and go to other things. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Prophet Clifford, please, we would want to know that upon all, like, while you were a child and then upon all the challenges, did you ever have any supernatural encounter that made you believe you were meant for something bigger and brighter?
This is a serious question because when I was not even born again, I'm somebody that whatever I do, people will just come around. Okay. Even the bad thing I do, I'll have people who will come. They want to follow me. I remember one day there was an issue where I was staying in Abidjan house. It's a big house. And something happened. So they had a meeting, the whole house. They had a meeting and every mother warned the child. Many do because I have one. They warned them that nobody should play with me. Wow. So right after the meeting, I still see the picture. Right after the meeting, I went outside, I took time. Okay? And this milk tin. Okay, there's something we call the thing. Yeah, no, milk tin. Yeah,
okay.
the empty. We call it chaskekele. So I just put my tie there, took that tin and made it flat, and I said, "Go back chaskekele." And the same kids that their parents has warned them not to play with you, all of them came that they want to play the chaskekele with me. So then I don't want to say I knew that I would be somebody, no, but that is how it was at that time. And there was a woman in my house called Auntie Florence. She was working then at Commercial Bank. Then every Sunday morning, I wasn't born again. Anytime Archbishop Dankaros is preaching on Sunday morning, this woman would come and call me from my grandmother's room that I should come and watch this man because I look like him.
Okay.
I wasn't born again, so consistently against my will, every Sunday I had to go and watch Archbishop Dankaros.
Wow.
It was a mass. She would come and wake me up. Afrabwan, where is my person? That's a suffer. I don't know what she was saying, so I'll just obey the woman and I'll come and sit down, watch Archbishop, and after 7:30, I go and live my normal life.
Wow.
That is what I will say. There wasn't anything supernatural because I wasn't coming from a Christian home.
Okay.
I saw things, so there are things I saw physically that was happening in my family, in my house as well. So there was nothing connection with if it's God there, it is out of it.
Okay.
No, there was nothing like that.
Okay. So from your grandmother era to when the woman told you come and work the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, we realized as you've made us known, you are not from a very good family. Like you're not from a very good family background. Were you able to go through school?
Wow. That's one of the things I keep saying. People don't believe it. But I was even telling my kids that I want to go to where I finished my university. That is Lagos Tanki Primary School. Okay. Now Lagos Tanki Primary School, then called Banchiasi. I had the opportunity to only enter class 1, class 2, and class 3.
Wow.
That is the last, as long as I'm concerned, that is my university. Class 1, class 2, class 3.
Lagos Town Key Primary School.
Then the headmaster was called Master Tapoli.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have a good retentive.
Yeah. I remember the headmaster. I remember a woman who was even my class teacher who the last lashes she gave me, I still remember.
You still remember her. So
yeah.
the last university you attended, according to you, was Lagos Town Key Primary, formerly known as Banchiasi School. That was where you stopped.
Yes.
So if I should say, I'll say Prophet Clifford doesn't have a JHS classmate.
Not even class 5.
It doesn't have class 5 classmates. No. Not to even talk about
and then you know something, I remember that same woman, Auntie Florence, when they said that she took me to town school. I was then tall. I can't remember it, but I was then tall. Then they took me to class 4 because I was tall. And unfortunately for me, after the exams, I was last. So finally, I realized that it will not work. So let me just.
School is not meant
No, it's not meant for me. Let me just let the people who want to write go and let me continue my reward life.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
That is what God can do.
Yeah.
Okay, so Prophet Clifford, please, we want to know, did you have a particular sin, particular thing that you were struggling with as an unbeliever, like a particular sin that was really disturbing you that people never knew about, and even after you became a
born
believer?
again? Yes. What is it? When I was an unbeliever, like I said initially, my hand was my problem, and I'm a quick-tempered person, very, very quick-tempered, because I won't let you take me for granted. We will fight till we will fight. For the fight, we will fight. And that was it. That was one, fighting and stealing. And one funny thing, I remember there is one funny thing that was keep on happening, and if a woman is taking her bath, I would just go through the wall and go and peep where the person is taking her bath.
Wow.
I was young then, but I was like, so when I was, so what is about that? But for if you are taking your bath, I have to come and peep. I will just pass through, and I can fall and lose my life because of it was a strong building. I have to pass behind the wall and just do like this. And while the person is seriously taking a bath, and I was also doing like this. Yeah. So these are the things. And when I was an unbeliever, because I was from a poor home, what girl will you go and say I love you? And I will remember I saw one fair girl that I think I loved her in one of there was a house there. I'll have to force my way through, like I'm selling bread, just to go to that girl's house and see her face. But she knows that I'm not there to sell the bread. I came there because of her. So it was serious. It was fighting, causing trouble here and there. And that was it. Women wasn't there at that time. Yeah, it wasn't the way. But if I should continue, is when I became born again, I started preaching here and there, going evangelism, and God dropped a little something on my head. I started fooling. And because of the friends I had at that time, I was older than them, and I was the breadwinner among the friends that we were staying in the same house. So nobody can say stop what you are doing. And at that time too, I think I'm my own boss. So who are you to tell me that I didn't know any teacher? So that was it. So stealing when I was an unbeliever, fighting, quick temper, because I was a weightlifter.
So I can see from your muscles even.
I was a weightlifter then. So that was it. But when it came to a particular sin, so when I became born again, rather, that women became one of the strongest things that sometimes it can hold you and you can't liberate yourself. You have nobody to talk to, because I remember I spoke to somebody about it, and by the time I realized it was all over. And he told me himself, now I'm going to catch him. So
when you believed in someone,
so
and then
I decided to keep things to myself and keep on praying and believing God that it will be later on the past.
So, Prophet of God, could that act be as a result of you peeping on women who were getting bathed? Could it be that a spirit entered you?
There is something I have not said, and I don't know if I have not said, not even my church. There is something serious I have not told anybody on this planet. Nobody knows about that one. When my mom passed away, it is something that nobody knows, but for the sake of this thing, not even my wife.
Wow.
When my mom passed away, I was young, very, very young. And those who came for the funeral, there was one of her friends, my mom's friends, that a man wanted to have his own way through, like it was a Friday night, so the man's from Umanima. So I went for the first one, so and I came, that the man sent me again. I think she was eating in the kitchen. And so when I went to the kitchen, but your man was his brother. The woman at that time called me. I don't know my age, but I was very young. Then I remember I was very young. Called me, sat down, removed my dress, and we slept. Myself and that woman.
Wow.
In the kitchen.
Wow.
I still remember. I still see the picture.
Wow.
I was very young, but I remember I slept with that woman at the kitchen. I don't know what happened to her, but that is what happened. In a kitchen, my mother was there, laying at the stage that people are crying. And because I did not also stay with her, so that kind of love wasn't there when it came to my mother. So we were fine. But that is what happened. So when I was growing, I knew that there is something behind the scene, because sometimes it is normal with any man, sometimes you fall. But my own, for me, I knew that there was something behind it. I knew that it wasn't the normal thing that any man goes through. Yeah.
So, prophet of God, how were you able to come out of that situation?
What do I say? I prayed about it. I was just praying and praying, and it was the same. And it was hurting me, because sometimes you go to a place and somebody will love the way God is using you, and then after something everything is but
there's always a flaw.
That kind of thing, and sometimes but after I realized, no, now I'm growing, and apart from that, it also was pulling me back. I wasn't seeing the things I knew I have to see. Though when it comes to money, they are fine, but it wasn't about money. I realized that I was lacking certain things, the kind of pressure, things that I was experiencing was not coming again. So I prayed about it. I fasted. I talked to my senior pastor about it, and he said that, okay, do this and do that. By the time I realized, I don't want to say that I prayed and it, no. By the time I realized, it wasn't like that again. Okay. I don't know how it left me, but I realized that it wasn't like that again. Yeah, I saw that, and it was unlockable. It was something that I realized, because sometimes I'll go to the bathhouse, I will anoint myself, I will cry all the cry, and right after the cry, you realize that the next 2 days were in the same mess. And who are you going to talk to? But thank God for God. Yeah, and my senior pastor who said that, do this, watch. I remember he told me, as you listen to some men of God, he mentioned Bishop Duncan Williams, he mentioned Apostle Suleiman, he mentioned other men of God. I have shown, watch them, and you'll be inspired, and things will just spark on things and everything. So
we thank God for the life of your senior pastor.
Yeah.
We thank God. We will ask questions about him, but then we want to know, on all these things, what kind of events led you to Christ?
Oh, wow. I had this guy in Lagos called Abednego.
Okay.
And I knew him. I knew that he came from a Christian home, that kind of stuff. And his father sent him one day, and he took the money, ran away with the money, went to some place, squandered the money, and it was all over Lagos town, because it's a little place that we also, it was all over Lagos town. And this guy came back within a month or two. I saw him preaching here and there, and people were saying, Abed, I suffer. And where I'm coming from, I knew Abed. I was where because Abed went to my bed suffer. So that was it. So I was sleeping one morning, that this same Auntie Florence.
Wow. The woman
that woman, Auntie Florence, yes.
Archbishop.
Yes. Okay. Auntie Florence again. Knock at my door. Bra. Where's your uncle? When uncle only preaching. So I think we're living on the first floor. So I came through the window and I saw Abed at dawn. Is it dawn like 5, 6? Almost like 6. He was preaching in the front of our house. Now, Miss Bishop, and with all my stubbornness and everything, I'm a man that had a soft heart. I easily break into tears. So when I saw Abed, Abed is preaching. So I stood there, I listened to him for a reason, I don't know, I listened to him. Then he made another call. Then I got downstairs and I raised my hand and I gave myself to Christ.
We thank God for the life of Abednego.
Yeah.
Late.
He was then a Christian faith, but now he's based in South Africa.
Oh, wow. Yeah. We thank God for his life wherever he is. Yeah. Now let's switch from the personal life to relationship life. Okay. We want to know, who is your wife? Wow.
My wife, is it her name or who is she?
Yes, her name.
Okay. My wife is Clifford, formerly known as Antiqua.
And
Clifford.
Mrs.
Yeah, Mrs.
and Kojo Hamsford.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is she? How did you meet her?
Okay.
Did you have any struggles proposing to her, accepting you as her fiancé? And then
you see, my marriage is something. Because before I got married, I had an issue with a young girl who was pregnant for me before I get married.
As a pastor?
Yes, please.
As a prophet?
As a prophet of God, preaching and prophesying.
Wow.
I had a girl who had an issue for me. And it was all over town. It was all over. And my senior pastor has already told me that whoever I will sleep with, whether I like the person or not, you marry the person for me.
Oh, okay.
So when this thing came up, I don't want to go into that girl's issue, but when this thing came up, that now she's known that I have a child with a girl, then my pastor said, okay, before my pastor even got to know that there was an issue, I brought in Anne. So I brought in Anne just to make sure that this one will not become my wife. Anne was a church member who works at the protocol in the church, serves as water. Just a normal church member who comes to church. Every day she goes home. So when the pressure was so strong on me from that end, I told a young girl, me, I want to marry you. And she don't even know that I have an issue. So I said, I want to marry you. And at that time, she was also having an issue with her guy. Wow. Her guy also has gone to give birth with a different woman.
Wow.
So I was coming from that end, she was coming from that end. So we were from both, all of us were coming from Frank. So I told her I want to marry you. Then she took me to her house. It was January, I remember, 2010.
Wow.
And when her senior sister was, I'm ready to more data. Mama will be this year. At that time, she was also going out with the guy, but the guy has getting somebody pregnant to become an issue. So that is where it all started. I told her I want to marry her. She thought I was joking. And people told her that them boys are not better than because of what I've been going through already. So that kind of mark was there. And I remember it was a pastor friend. A pastor called and said, I'm going to just that day, a lot of things. But I said, I'm going to move. Then she also thought that, okay, what the guy has done to her, at least, let also use me as her compensation.
That's powerful.
Yeah, so that is how.
Wow.
Yeah, so I spoke to you on January, I married on May.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We bless God for Mrs. Anne Hamsford, wherever she is. How many kids do you have now?
For now, by the grace of God, I have 3.
Oh, so God has given you back your grandmother.
Wow. She has given my grandmother and fortunately my mother as well.
Wow.
Because I'm Monday, my mom is Monday.
Wow.
And my wife is Monday.
Wow.
Yeah.
We thank God.
Yeah, and my little girl is Mami Ajwa.
Monday.
So
Okay.
I call her mommy. Yeah, I call her grandmother.
Mami
I have 2
Ajwa,
boys and 1 girl.
2 boys and 1
I'm hoping to have another girl.
Wow. So
I will name her for my grandmother. That girl's for my grandmother.
welcome.
Yeah. So I'm trying to work hard and see what God will do.
God grants you the desires
I
of
receive
your
it
heart,
in Jesus' name.
prophet of
Amen.
God.
I receive it.
Okay, so in marrying your wife, how has she affected your ministry?
Is it herself or the marriage?
Her marriage, the marriage, and herself.
Okay, let me talk about the marriage.
Okay.
Because the marriage has really added more colors to my life as well. Because when I was a single, there is a way people look at me, the way they talk about me, the way they respect me. And when I got married, I've seen the difference when I was a single and when I was a married man now. And the way I approach life then and now is 2 different things altogether. Because now I'm a married man, I'm a family man. Whatever I do, I think about my wife, I think about the kids, and the name marriage, the name man of God. So I'm not treating life like the way I used to live my life. Yeah, so marriage has really added more to my ministry. And there are places now I go that initially I was not going there. A man of God to the sofa, and one year I came preach of Mitchell David there. I was like, but it has really helped, seriously. It has really helped. Seriously.
We thank God. Yeah. What has been your biggest joy in ministry?
Wow. My biggest joy is just that people are being born again.
to see that people are being born again.
People are being saved.
Wow.
And when I come and ministering, when it comes to the deliverance, where people are being saved, you realize that this one was going through this, and by the grace of God, he has come out. And souls are being added. That is the joy. The souls is the greatest joy. And outside the souls, what God is using my life to bless other people. Yeah, because sometimes, I remember there was a young woman that she wanted to end her life because of something. And then I told her, listen, now you can't end it. Hold on. I'm seeing a light. It's far, but you hold on. You get closer to that light. So that is my joy. Seeing that people are being saved.
That's perfect. And now to your senior pastor, who happens to be your father now, we sometimes, from how you talk about him, we realize you owe some sense of loyalty to him. So what's that? What can you say?
When it comes to Apostle Dr. Samuel Appiah Beldu,
wow,
it's a joy seeing him and having him as a father, because right after my born again issue, I stepped into a church called Rhema, which was very close to me. And there's something I did not tell you. Easy, my house and Rhema was very close. And then I wasn't a church member. When they are doing church, I'll have this polythene bag, okay? And sometimes I'll put stones inside, and I'll stand on the top of my house, and I'll throw it.
Mercy.
While they are doing church, just to disturb them. Because if the rubber hits, it will split and go while they are doing service.
Mercy.
So one Sunday after Abednego issue, I dressed up and I stepped into the church. And my senior pastor was preaching that Sunday morning. When he saw me, he paused and said, "Hey, okay." In the church, he paused the preacher and said, "Hey, Abraham, that's so much I'm not chapel." Because this is the man who has members in our house that sometimes after church, when they are coming, I'll put a bench in the front of the gate that they should go and pass the other way. They won't pass the main gate because they don't greet. And I will do that. I will put the chair there. I said, "But you can't hear. So when he saw me in the church, he paused and said, "Hey, can I support another chapel?" So from then, himself and my late bishop, late Sopho Duncan Asimeni, he's passing to glory now. He was there at that time. So from then, I started going to church in Rhema. Going to church in Rhema. So it was Sopho Appiah, then Sopho Appiah, who picked me from that time, and he started raising me up. At that time, only one or two radio stations, Twin City and Sky. And I remember he'd been preaching at Sky, Echoes of Emancipation, every Saturday morning from 6:30 to 7 o'clock. Every Saturday. So anytime he's going to air, he'll pick me and go. Then he said that I came with Prophet Clifford. I don't know that. I don't know what they call prophet. I was just a normal young man who has become a born again, preaching here and there, small. But anytime he goes on air, he'll pick me and take me to the radio station every Saturday morning. So from there, he started raising me up.
Prophet Clifford, we hearing your story has given us hope already. Please, we want to know, when you read the Bible according to the account of Lazarus, the life of Lazarus, as a matter of fact, the Bible lets us understand that he loved them. He loved the family of Lazarus. So how can you relate the death of Lazarus, the delay of Jesus coming into the scene when he was invited that Lazarus was dead? And how can you relate Jesus coming into the scene late and calling out Lazarus from the tomb, that Lazarus should come back to life? How can you relate this scenario with hope?
Wow. You see, so mommy, it's powerful. You realize that the coming in of Jesus was very late. But you bear with me that when he got there, he asked them, where did you bury him? Then he said that you could have come earlier. Now, if Jesus could have come earlier, how can it be glorified? Where would the hope come from? If he had come earlier, there was nothing to hope for. When he was sick, then why will you call it a hope? But because he came very late, all hope humanly was gone. There was nothing like he can come back again. There was nothing like a future. Okay, so but when he came in at that time, he said that people were there, they have concluded Lazarus is no more. They are waiting for the day they will just open the states and say, okay, Lazarus no. People have concluded on him already. That is where he came. So I believe that when it comes to what you asked me right now, it is good that he came late.
Okay.
It is good that he came late because if he had come earlier, what would be the glory? But because he came late, even the family of Lazarus realized that this is an epitome of hope. It's a clear that actually the man has come and he has done it for us. So I would say that the late coming is good for us who are in Christ.
Okay.
For us who are in Christ. And whoever is also out there thinking that, no, I've come to the end of the road. There is no hope again. Lazarus' case was more than hopeless. Because 4 days, he's gone. 4 days, he's gone. But the man came in and passed. That was it. And he became glorious. And those who really don't believe in God at that time will be forced to believe because of what they saw.
Okay, viewers, we thank God for this great episode. According to Prophet Clifford, Hamsford, the case of Lazarus was hopeless. But when Jesus was invited into the scene, a hopeless case became a glorious case and a hopeful case. So all you need to do is to invite Jesus into your life. Nothing is too late for one to do. Just invite him and things will turn around for your good. If Lazarus was dead for 4 days and Jesus could come and raise him, he was kept in the mortuary, he was buried, hope had then gone. Nobody had hope that, oh, Lazarus could come back to life. But if he could come back to life, then your case is not a different one. As we heard the man of God said, he has smoked before, he used to be a thief, he used to be a womanizer, yet he was preaching, yet God was speaking to him, yet he was prophesying to people. This is the man we deem him to be a mentor. This is a man that so many people want to follow. This is the man that is paying fees for people now. This is the man that you say, oh, I love this man. But this is the true story behind what we are seeing. This is the true story behind the glory. So I want to encourage you out there, whatever that you are going through, don't think it is the end of your world. God still needs you in the kingdom business. God wants you as a matter of fact so that you'll be able to proclaim your story to people so that people will come to him. Don't sit on your story. This is the essence of message of hope. Bringing hope to the one who has been rejected. Bringing hope to the one who has been abandoned. And bringing hope to the one who thinks, let me kill myself. That is the last thing. It is never the last thing. The last thing for you to do is receive Christ. And God is going to grant you eternal life. And you will be blessed on planet Earth. Because this is where the blessings of God is useful for our lives. Not when we die. Please, thank you, Prophet Clifford, for coming on the program Message of Hope. And we believe your story is going to turn people's life around. Please, your last word for your viewers.
What I will say to whoever is watching us all over the world is that there is nothing like it can't work out for me.
Okay.
There is nothing like that. Because if he has done it for me, if he has done it through me, your case cannot be different. You see, Hagar and Ishmael in the wilderness, everything was gone. But an angel appeared and there was a miracle. I don't know what you have lost tonight, but I see that God is coming in. As He came in for me, He's coming in for you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
Okay. The last words from Prophet Clifford: there is nothing too hard for God to do. And this is the essence of message of hope. We listening to the people we see as mentors, people we always want to get closer to, people we want them to call us sons and daughters. This is his story. He has been a thief before. He has smoked weed before. He has done so many things before, even as a prophet. He horrible things, but God is using him. God is using him to change lives. So your case is not different. Don't think you have been rejected, so that is all. Don't think you have been abandoned, so there is no hope. There is always hope. Your future is brighter. Your future is better. And your future is bigger. Stay blessed as we come your way next week with a message of hope. If you want to sponsor this program, God bless you for thinking about it, and God bless you for doing that. If you want to sponsor, please, you can get us on 0241 607362. Whatever you want to use to help this program to bring hope to people, it is welcome, and God bless you as you think and as you want to sponsor message of hope. Stay blessed, and always remember, you are better, you are brighter, and you are bigger. Thank you.